Hello everybody, I am Xavier Ortega, and here are my picks for the Superstar Shakeup in 2018. Now, there's rumors going on that there's a Superstar Shakeup happening at Backlash this May for WWE. Every pay-per-view is going to be co-branded from this year going on. So, I am here to discuss who I want to go to Raw. First one I got is Randy Orton. This one because right now, Randy Orton is going after the United States Championship on Smackdown. But after that, he's probably doesn't have anything going on from there. He needs to go to Raw so that way he can get a career, resurrection. Because on Raw, he can have tons of storylines with guys like Roman Reigns. Remember that feud that he had with Reigns back in 2014? He can renew his rivalry with Bray Wyatt. He can even start a rivalry with Broken Matt. That would be good. He can have a rivalry with Elias. I think Randy Orton going to Raw from SmackDown would be a good thing. Next up I got is Charlotte. Now, Charlotte was I think was a 4-time champ on Raw. But I think she needs to go. I think she needs to go back there because the Raw women's roster is stacked right now. You got Absolution, you got Asuka, you got Mickie James, you got Bayley, you got Sasha Banks, Nia Jax. Okay. At the time of this recording, Charlotte is going to face Ruby Riott at Fastlane for the SmackDown Women's Championship. After that, she probably doesn't have any challenger for WrestleMania, unless Asuka goes to SmackDown and Ronda is stuck with Alexa Bliss on Raw. I think after WrestleMania, she needs to go back to Raw so that she can have more storytelling. Next up I got are the New Day. Now, New Day are already 4-time champs, and they're going to face the Usos at Fastlane. If they do win the belts at Fastlane, they should probably lose them to WrestleMania, and then go back to Raw. Because Raw right now, they have Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson. They have The Bar. They have The Revival. I think they should renew their rivalry with The Revival. Remember that feud they had before SmackDown, before the New Day went to SmackDown? They need to go back to Raw so that they can renew that rivalry with The Revival. Next up I have is Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Now, there's rumors going that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens might have a match at WrestleMania while they're on the SmackDown roster. But I feel that Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens are better as rivals than partners because they have amazing matches when they're fighting each other than with each other. The whole story dating back to Ring of Honor and NXT. If they do decide to break up after WrestleMania, I think they should, even though that it would be good to have that feud on SmackDown, I feel that they should have it where it started on Raw. Next up I have Becky Lynch. Now, Becky Lynch is in sort of a partnership with Charlotte at this moment. She and Naomi are partnering with her against the Riot Squad. But she doesn't have any direction here. I think Becky Lynch needs to go to Raw and start a rivalry with Alexa Bliss or Bayley or Nia Jax, because that's where Becky needs to really find herself. Have a good feud with someone good on the Raw roster, like Asuka. She would have tons of great matches with Becky Lynch and Asuka. Next up I have are the Usos. Now, the Usos are currently the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. But they're not going to hold the belts forever. I'm sorry to disappoint some fans, but they're not going to hold the belts forever. I think that if the Usos go to Raw, they can have amazing matches with the Revival, New Day. If New Day even go to Raw, they can go. They have matches with the Revival, the Bar, Titus Worldwide, Rhino and Heath Slater. Even though they fought like a bunch of times, I think that's a good step for the Usos. Bring their momentum from SmackDown to Raw, help Raw what it is. Next up, I have Dolph Ziggler. Now, Dolph Ziggler has been having a career crisis recently. He won the United States Championship at Clash of Champions, dropped the belt, was off for a few months, and then came back from the Royal Rumble, and he's already in the world title match. When we already know he's not going to win that match at Fastlane. He's not going to win the championship at Fastlane. If he does, he's probably going to drop it the next night on SmackDown. I think if Dolph Ziggler goes to Raw and have great rivalries with guys like Seth Rollins and Elias, he even renew his rivalry with The Miz. He would have an amazing match with Finn Balor. Imagine him having a rivalry with Finn Balor. That would be great. Next up, I have Natalya. Now, Natalya's been pushed to the side recently because they're focusing on Charlotte and the Riot Squad at this moment. Natalya is kind of her career is really confusing right now. She sounded like she was going to quit at Clash of Champions, and the last time she was seen on TV was at the Royal Rumble. So if she goes to Raw, she can rejuvenate her career against women like Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss and Asuka. She would have a great match with Asuka. Imagine that. Natalya versus Asuka would be amazing. That's why Natalya needs to go to Raw. And the final guy I have for Raw to go to from SmackDown to go to Raw is Baron Corbin. Now, Baron Corbin, same thing like Dolph Ziggler. He's in the Fatal 5-Way match at Fastlane. Obviously, he's not going to win that match. So, and after that, he probably doesn't have no direction on SmackDown coming to WrestleMania. I think he needs to go to Raw so that way he can have a great match, like a great rivalries with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns and Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman versus Baron Corbin would be amazing. And that is who I think. Those are my 10 picks from SmackDown who should go to Raw. Stay tuned tomorrow because I will take my 10 picks from Raw to go to SmackDown. So, as usual, goodbye. Thank you for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one.